Hidden Object Guru here with a guide for making the strongest possible party in Million Monster Militia. This is a very simple technique, but the first few rounds are tricky. But if you can get through the first 5 or 6 monsters, get halfway, it becomes mathematically impossible for you to lose the rest of it, and you should probably end up one-shotting the last 3 bosses. So here's the trick. I'm going to show it at super fast motion. I'm going to pause and describe what we're doing. So obviously regular starting squad. You want 5 humans because they are easy to kill later by summoning a zombie. Okay, so as you see, we're starting out with Cull. Now, ideally, first round, you want to get yourself a spider or some webbing. But basically, if you don't have a spider or webbing in the first 2 or 3 rounds, just start over. The only things you want to pick up in this level are 1, spiders. Actually, in order of importance are 1, webbing is the most important, 2, spider is the second most important, 3, any attack or bonus that destroys itself after a certain number of rounds. You don't want to get anything else trapped in your squad. So as you can see, there's no spiders, but I see a stone golem, which kills itself after 5 rounds. So perfect, done. I don't know why it took me this long to pick it, but there you go. Second round, miraculously, I get myself a spider. Now, if I hadn't, we wouldn't be watching this run because I would have restarted. So the trick with spiders is they have a 10% chance to get you a web every round. That's the most important thing. Get as much webbing as you can, as fast as you can. In fact, from now on, once you've got 1 spider, if you see a webbing on the screen, get it over anything else. Now, it's a little risky what I do here, which is I grab an android, but that's only because the stone golem could turn androids into stone golems. So I was taking a risk. You might not want to do this, but as you can see, I didn't really have a lot of good options. I guess power pellet would have been nice. Worst case scenario, you wind up with a couple of androids hanging out for the rest of the match, which is not going to be determinative, but it does suck. So, as you can see, I just whipped through Cull pretty quickly. Another point you want to make is don't be afraid to skip. You don't have to grab an item. Like here, I do skip. I should have grabbed the strength serum. There's no reason not to double up the strength of your civilians if you can. For some reason, it just didn't occur to me. All right. Now, fun fact, you're probably going to have to use your super attack somewhere in the first 3 bosses. Okay, so boom, keep looking. I found myself a second spider. Now you'll notice, because it's only 1 in 10, I still haven't actually gotten any webbing yet, which is annoying, but that will turn around eventually. The odds are on your side. One thing you always want to look out for is the flag. The flag is super useful. No reason not to get the flag. You can get 2 flags, get 2 flags. Boom, got myself a 3rd spider, and I've started grabbing webbing. Now, once you have a decent amount of spiders running around, it's going to be very important that you... As you can see, I lost my stone golem without converting my last android. I lucked myself into another stone golem. But yeah, I could have been trapped with that android for the rest of the game. Once you've got a decently strong team, your next priority is going to find yourself a zombie and grab a zombie. Now, do not grab, like, the zombie virus puff bug, because that thing will be around forever. Just grab a single zombie, it'll convert all your civilians into zombies, and then 10 turns later, they'll all be dead. See, nothing for me to use this time, so we just keep going. And as you can see, I'm about to lose. Got myself some webbing, which is nice. But luckily, I used the item. Now we're up to Pan, and as you can see, I'm starting to get a decent amount of webbing. I've got 4 webbing now, so we can go over the secret of webbing, which is every webbing your spider is connected to in a chain doubles the damage of that spider. So like the spider starts out doing 1, will you double damage to 2 and 4 and so on and so forth. Doesn't sound like much, but once you get a field full of webbing, you're doing tens of thousands of points of damage with each spider. Ah, there's my zombie. Tax Accountant is great because he will double the strength of your spiders, but I did something, I just got very unlucky because he gets turned into a zombie on his first turn. Ideally, like, essentially doubling the strength of your spiders is like having an extra webbing, right? So they start from 2, then they go to 4 to 8 instead of 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. And then 3, 6, 9, even faster. Yeah, so Tax Accountant is a good thing to get because, boom, it automatically destroys itself after 5 times. I just got super unlucky and when the Tax Accountant showed up, but it is a very good system. Don't know what happened there. See, lots of zombies. Starting to get a decent amount of webbing going. It's still, like, kind of close. Like, I'm still... Ion Stalker's great because it destroys itself after a couple of turns. Oh, Diversity Demon. I love that guy. And suddenly, boom. I'm doing almost 100 points of damage around. I got my 4 spiders. I think I get a 5th one later on. But now that I've got these spiders, I'm basically set. There's a good chance each round, you know, I got 5 opportunities to roll a 1 out of 10 every turn. So every couple of rounds, I'm pretty much guaranteed a new webbing. Yes, I did grab a human there, but I knew he was going to get converted into a zombie immediately, so it wasn't a risk. But yes, I could have been trapped with one of those guys, which would have sucked. Boom. Captain Flag. Like, Captain Flag is just free damage. There's no reason not to have Captain Flag. Yeah, it's random which one he chooses, but soon you're only going to have spiders. He can't pick a webbing, because webbing's not a creature. As you can see, if there's webbing to get got, don't even get a spider. Get webbing instead. Webbing is always more useful. It was still close. But now we get to the part where it's just not close anymore, and in fact, it is a brutal rout from here on out. At this point, I've got 5 spiders, so I'm just looking for webbing. I flip through. If there's webbing, I take it. If there's no webbing, I just keep going. That dude's dead in 3 rounds. This dude, I think it also takes 3 rounds, maybe 4. He does have a lot of health. And I don't have all of the webbing yet. Oh no, it was 2 rounds. Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. Basically, you're one-shotting everyone at this point. Do I one-shot Diabetes? Maybe not. No. More than 50% damage, though. Okay, actually almost exactly 50% damage. Weird. And crushed, because the next turn was 16,000 damage. Fluffykins, it's just a brutal humiliation. More than 50% damage. No webbing, but plenty of damage to be done. As you can see, even if you're not getting the giant ones like I do here, you know, 40,000, oh my god, 131,000 points of damage. Even if you're not getting the giant ones, you got 9 shots at this. So you can't lose by this point. Grendel with pants. 163,000 points of damage from one guy. And now, Gryffindor. This is just humiliating. Poor guy. We almost do 1,000,000 points of damage. And that's it. So yeah, it's really that simple. Yes, you're going to want to restart. I mean, I think I had to restart. I've done this method 3 times, right? And I've had to restart, like, each time 5 or 6 times before I got a spider right at the start. And once I got that spider right at the start, I'm not saying you can coast through the rest of it, but each time I've gotten a spider right at the start, I've gotten it 4 times, I've won the game 3 times, doing obscene amounts of damage. So 75% win rate after that start, yeah, that's pretty darn good. Hopefully they don't patch this out, because honestly, this build is so good that unless things get massively changed up with the next 48 bosses, this might be able to get us through the whole rest of the game. Anyway, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for watching. If you're having trouble with Million Monster Militia, I hope this helped. We will see you back here for more videos about it, as this game I love gets more content. But until then, I'll say that's right. Au revoir.